We continue to follow. Emma.
That's right, Sean. Gunfire breaking out in New York City Thursday night. A 12-year-old boy shot and killed, his aunt injured when the family was fired at while sitting in a parked car after they stopped to eat in Brooklyn. Officials say bullets hit the car and the boy who was sitting in the passenger seat. He was hit multiple times. Police say the motive for the shooting unclear. Officials also say 2 black sedans were seen fleeing the scene. Now it comes as New York City Police Department reports nearly 90% of the gun crime suspects, they're back on the streets. Meantime, NYPD data finding that shootings have surged in 2022 compared to just last year. Incidents more than 17% and victims also nearly 17%. Hate crimes also breaking records, more than 59% compared to 2021.
And more Disney drama. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signaling stripping Disney of its 55-year-old self-governing status in the Sunshine State. It comes after the company's public opposition to the controversial Parental Rights and Education bill. It prohibits classroom instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity with children in 3rd grade or younger, dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill by critics. Meantime, this new report saying some Disney employees support the bill despite widespread outrage.
And the group Concerned Women for America just filing a civil rights complaint against the University of Pennsylvania, accusing the school of refusing to protect the rights of female athletes under federal law. It comes after transgender swimmer Leah Thomas won the national title in the 500-yard freestyle event at the NCAA Championships.
Yeah, a lot of stories to follow. Plus this, our next guest is slamming the Biden administration for not addressing inflation in the 2023 federal budget. Joining us now to discuss is Republican Congressman from Virginia, Congressman Ben Cline. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming on here. There's a lot of announcements that happened today. One is that 431,000 jobs were added in the month of March. The president will speak on that reportedly in about 30 minutes. The other thing he spoke on is trying to help Americans wade through the high gas prices. And one way they're doing this administration is allowing the release of 1 million barrels of oil a day from the strategic oil reserves. Do you support that? What does that look like for us, for Americans down the road?
Well, thanks for having me. It may be April 1st, but the American people aren't fooled by the rosy scenarios that the Biden administration is painting. You know, they're having to move to these steps which aren't going to solve the problem of high gas prices. What they need to do is increase domestic production. They're controlled by the Green New Deal crowd, the squad in the House of Representatives, who they're not allowing any kind of domestic exploration in this year's budget. And so it's unfortunate that that's resulted in a $2,000 a year increase for American families when it comes to high gas prices. Inflation has led to a $3,500 a year increase in the amount that American families are having to spend to address this inflation crisis that the Biden administration has created.
Yeah, and you're looking at your screen here, the average gallon of gas today, $4.21. Compared that to a month ago, $3.62. And then a whole year ago, look at that, $2. You missed the glory days, AAA source for that. So who's to blame for it? President Biden kind of went on this. Obviously, Americans want to know the answer to this. He went on to blame not just Putin, but the oil companies as well. Here's that.
I say enough. Enough of lavishing excessive profits on investors and payouts and buybacks when the American people are watching. The world is watching. This is the time, not the time to sit on record profits. It's time to step up for the good of your country, the good of the world, to invest in immediate production that we need to respond to Vladimir Putin.
Congressman, when you throw out this, it confuses Americans. Is it the fault of Putin? Is it the fault of the oil companies? Or is there another blame, perhaps? Your thoughts?
Well, Joe Biden just has to look in the mirror to see who's to blame for these higher gas prices and inflation in general. The spending that the Biden administration has launched over the last year has led to record inflation. And when it comes to oil prices and gas prices, there are a large number of applications by the oil companies for drilling in this country sitting on the Biden desk, and they are not approving any new domestic exploration programs so that we can bring down the price of gas ourselves. Instead, he's shopping around in Venezuela, in Iran, and other countries controlled by dictators to try and buy gas to keep the price down, buy oil. But Americans know better who's to blame. It's not the oil company executives or Vladimir Putin or COVID. It's Joe Biden's policies.
Congressman Ben Cline joining us live today. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks for your time. I hope you have a good weekend, all right?
Thanks, Sean.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.